This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Adam Cellini. It is Tuesday, October 10th. Thanks for joining us for the Adam and Stephanie experience.
Thank you for joining me. I was lonely yesterday.
It's good to be here. All right. I know it could be a little bit of a relief.
We're going to have a lot of fun, I promise.
I'm looking forward to it.
You're never too lonely, though, because meteorologist John Scalzi's always close at hand, telling us what we can expect for probably another hot day. Good morning, John.
You got that right. Yeah, and a warm, muggy day, too, at least to start off with. I think, though, as we head into the afternoon, we might see a little bit of drier air kind of filter its way down to the surface, making the humidities feel a little bit more comfortable today. Should be. We're looking at a little bit of cloud cover out there, but nothing really heavy, nothing that's producing any rainfall. All in all, we're looking for a pretty comfortable start, I think, to the day compared to, you know, what we could see with rain showers and thunderstorms, but none of that. Well, in fact, our rain shower chance this afternoon is very scant, coming in at only about 10%. Daytime highs will be warm, though, coming in around the 90-degree mark, so expect a hot one, but a lot more sunshine around. We'll have a complete forecast for the rest of the week coming up in a few.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look at our first alert traffic here at 6 o'clock this morning. No accidents to report in Bradenton, and traffic looking smooth up there. Heading south towards Sarasota County, no accidents to report, and north-south-east-west traffic clear. Down in South Sarasota County, it's been a safe morning out there, Suncoast. Keep it up.
It is 6:02, and our top story this hour, wildfires continue to scorch both the northern and southern parts of California. Fire officials say nearly 90,000 acres are ablaze, and those flames are fueled by very strong winds.
And so far, the wildfires have killed at least 10 people and destroyed more than 15 homes and businesses. California Governor Jerry Brown has declared a state of emergency in several counties and asked President Trump to declare a major disaster. ABC's Arlette Saenz has the latest.
California engulfed in a raging inferno from the north in Santa Rosa to down south in Anaheim. Intense wildfires scorching the state, nearly 90,000 acres incinerated. In Northern California, at least 1,500 structures, many of them homes, singed beyond recognition.
It looks like a bomb went off. Nothing left of, of these homes.
Residents sifting through the ashes for what remains. Northern California hospitals treating more than 150 people for smoke inhalation and fire-related injuries. The fires swept through shopping centers and mobile home parks. Some hospitals directly in the crosshairs, staff carefully evacuating patients on gurneys. Tens of thousands of residents like Jan Krieger evacuated, racing to save what they need.
I'm in shock, because this is your life.
And in Southern California, what started as a small brush fire in Anaheim exploding with high winds, charring 6,000 acres in a matter of hours. Flames sweeping through neighborhoods, burning homes to the ground. 1,000 firefighters on hand battling the flames.
Life is our primary focus here, and we need you to evacuate so that we can protect you. 5,000
homes evacuated, parents rushing to pick up children from schools. Plumes of smoke seen at nearby Angel Stadium and hovering above Disneyland. Officials say there are more than 100 reports of people missing after these wildfires. Vice President Mike Pence is in California and says the federal government is ready to assist first responders. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
Well, developing overnight, a Texas Tech University freshman accused of killing a police officer on campus has been arrested. A school spokesman saying authorities were checking on the welfare of 19-year-old Hollis Daniels Monday night when they found drugs and drug paraphernalia in his room. Daniels was taken to the police station on the north side of campus for questioning, and investigators say at some point he grabbed a gun and shot an officer in the head. That officer was later pronounced dead. Daniels was briefly on the run, but later apprehended by fellow officers. We'll have more on this story as it develops throughout the day. You can check right back here on ABC 7.
Police are now saying the Las Vegas killer shot a Mandalay Bay security guard before he began firing onto the country music festival crowd. Clark County Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said Jesus Campos was investigating an open-door alarm on the 32nd floor when Stephen Paddock shot through the door and injured him. Police say that happened at 9:59 p.m. October 1st, and that changes the original timeline.
Yes, the timeline associated with the original shot and Mr. Campos has changed through investigation, as I have conveyed to you from the very beginning. And your zest for information and my zest to ensure the public safety and the calming of their minds is some things are going to change. Now, they are minute changes, okay? There's not this all-encompassing answer associated with the information that we presented before. In other words, it's not completely inaccurate. But what we have learned is Mr. Campos was encountered by the suspect prior to his shooting to the outside world.
Authorities have said that Paddock began shooting from his Mandalay Bay hotel and casino room at 10:05 and that he continued firing for 10 to 11 minutes. Lombardo says authorities do not yet know what made Paddock stop shooting, and they have found no evidence to show that there was a second shooter.
Back here in Florida, 2 more women who were living in a nursing home that lost air conditioning and power during Hurricane Irma have now died, becoming the 13th and 14th fatalities linked to that home. 90-year-old Cecilia Franco and 95-year-old Francesca Andrade died from illnesses suffered while that nursing home was without power during Irma. The Hollywood police spokeswoman did not say exactly when those women died, but did say police are treating their deaths as part of an ongoing criminal investigation. Franco's husband, who also lived at the home, died on September 13th. No one has been charged, but the state has suspended that home's license. The facility also let go of 245 workers last week, including doctors, nurses, and therapists.
Meanwhile, a third bill has now been filed in Tallahassee to try and make sure similar deaths do not happen again. Republican Senator Rene Garcia filed a bill that would require nursing homes and assisted living facilities to have emergency power sources and fuel supplies that would last at least 4 days. Facilities could store generators and fuel at the facility or contract with companies that could provide them in a timely manner in order to meet this requirement. The bill would also require the Florida Public Service Commission to make sure utility companies restore electricity to medical facilities with 50 residents or more first.
Some nursing homes are very Medicaid heavy, and those are the ones that we as a state have to find the resources and the monies to make sure that we get them to that point so they can have the generators and the adequate cooling mechanisms to take care of them. And that's going to have to be incumbent upon the House and the Senate to work together to find those dollars to ensure that they have that available.
Separate legislation filed in the House last week also wants to ensure that restoring power to nursing homes and hospitals is a priority after hurricanes and other emergencies.
And property insurance claims from Hurricane Irma continue to rise. Those claims now over $4.6 billion in estimated losses. Over 700,000 claims have been filed from that deadly storm. Payments had been made on about 105,000 claims, while nearly 70,000 had been closed without any compensation for policyholders. Claims were filed in all 67 counties, with Miami-Dade County leading that charge, totaling just over 87,000.
Governor Rick Scott is continuing to give updates on resources being deployed to Puerto Rico to help with recovery and response efforts there. The Florida National Guard is still in Puerto Rico coordinating all military airflow. They have coordinated over 1,000 flights to date, bringing over 6,000 personnel and more than 8,000 tons of cargo to support Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Over 20,000 Puerto Rican residents have arrived in Florida since last week. And giant balloons like the one you see here could be floating across Puerto Rico, and they may be the answer to one of the island's biggest problems right now. Millions are still without cell service after Hurricane Maria devastated the island. Now the FCC has given approval for Project Loon, which uses balloons to help provide internet service to people in hard-to-reach places. Puerto Ricans could possibly get a cell signal by connecting their phones to the balloons. But first, a spokesperson says Loon can't do anything until they integrate that system with a telephone company's network.
Well, happening today back here on the Suncoast, some of our region's top professionals will be educating and preparing the next workforce generation. The 4th annual State of Jobs Conference will start at 8:30 a.m. at Roberts Arena. 850 high school students from Manatee and Sarasota counties will be attending. Each student has chosen an industry track where they will participate in sessions with local experts. Speaking will represent different career tracks, including healthcare, information, technology, business, engineering, hospitality, and the arts. The goal of State of Jobs is to help students prepare for their future, all while telling the region's top professional workforce what they are looking for while preparing for college.
We talked to the organizer of this on Suncoast View, and it was a really neat concept because they're just operating under the theory of it's never too early to start showing even middle school kids, hey, if you like computers, then look at all these type of classes through high school to lead you on to your job. Yeah, just kind of focus a little bit.
Yeah, impressive.
Great little mentorship program there. Now, can they go from booth to booth, or do they have to go along one track? How does that work?
I think they pick a track, and then they have certain lectures and hands-on things to go to.
Awesome.
But how great to talk to somebody that does what you want to do.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I'd had that. That'd been a great idea. We have some pleasant weather coming up over the next several days, which we'll talk about in just a second.
And still ahead, we'll have another First Alert traffic update. Plus, concerns are growing over North Korea, possibly soon introducing a new missile or nuclear test.
We'll tell you how President Trump and his national security team is planning to respond when we come back.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make 1 monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
We've got a warm air temperature for this time of year. At this time of warning, 77 degrees, with the dew point value also warm, coming in at 76. That's almost a summer-like value in terms of the dew point. We will see the dew point value fall off a little bit over the course of the next 48 hours, I think, probably dropping down into the low 70s. I don't think we'll see any 60s for dew points, not quite yet, maybe in a week or two, but but at least we'll be in the lower 70s, which will certainly feel more comfortable. Northeast wind coming in at about 6, an indication of that wind shift that will continue to draw down the drier air and reduce our rain chances to virtually vanishingly low numbers. 77 degrees in Wauchula, 76 in Arcadia, Myakka, Northport. Parrish coming in at 77, so is Bradenton at 77. 77 in Venice, 78 at Boca Grande. Radar dry as a bone across the region. No rainfall for your morning commute. Should be dry on the way home as well, with only isolated showers today. In fact, across the entire state of Florida, there is dry air in place, and that really is limiting the number of showers that you get. Look, you see some showers over on the other coast building out in the Atlantic waters, but as they get closer to shore, they just kind of fizzle out. And that'll be the case, I think, throughout the day today. The East Coast has a little bit better chance of seeing some rainfall around, but even there, rain chance only at about 20%. For us, maybe 10%. Have a couple of frontal boundaries across the nation this morning. Some scattered showers in the mid-Atlantic with this front, but it's on the process of kind of falling apart. The second front back to the west brought the heavier snow showers to parts of Denver, and now that low pressure area producing heavier rainfall for parts of the plains stretching into the Ohio Valley today. Back behind that, the frontal boundary dipping southward into Texas, producing some pretty chilly temperatures over the areas of the Rockies, where there's still some possibility of some snow showers in the northern Rockies, especially at higher elevations. For us, all about that high pressure ridge and that northeasterly wind continuing to shove dry air across the state of Florida. Mostly sunny skies for us today, very low rain chances, and, slightly lower humidity over the next several days will make it feel a little bit better, although the feels like temperatures today will probably be pretty close to 100 once again. We'll look for a northeast wind coming in at about 10 knots, shifting west in the afternoon at about 10 knots. Light chop on bay and inland waters. Nice boating day. And over the next several days, dry and warmer than average. As we head into the weekend, rain chances will go up as temperatures go down. Back to you.
All right, it'll be nice to see that bit of a cool down as we look outside on the roadways this morning. Off to a pretty quiet start. Still some building volume in 301 both directions around State Road 70. Certainly normal for this hour, but no problems on I-75. It's quiet across Sarasota. Again, a little volume coming across Bee Ridge, but no major problems to report. And in South County, things are moving well. No accidents or delays. It is 6:18, and intelligence officials say North Korea could introduce a new missile or nuclear test in the near future.
So what is the national security team telling President Trump to do in response? CNN's Barbara Starr takes a closer look.
It's as if Defense Secretary James Mattis seemed to almost be speaking directly to Donald Trump.
It is right now a diplomatically led, economic sanction buttressed effort to try to turn North Korea off this path. Now, what does the future hold? Neither you nor I can say.
More North Korean missile launches, possibly an ICBM next, are expected. Mattis's call for diplomacy may not satisfy the president, who tweeted, "Agreements violated before the ink was dry, making fools of U.S. negotiators. Sorry, but only one thing will work."
What's the one thing that'll work with North Korea? Well, you'll figure that out pretty soon.
The drama didn't stop. Republican Senator Bob Corker, already at odds with President Trump, publicly suggesting what some already believe, that there is a team of Trump whisperers, including Defense Secretary Mattis.
Those people that help separate our country from chaos.
But that kind of high profile puts Mattis and the Pentagon potentially in Trump's crosshairs. The president already is making mystifying comments in front of his commanders. And this blunt criticism.
I also expect you to provide me with a broad range of military options when needed at a much faster pace.
But just last month, Trump said this about military options for North Korea.
I am more confident than ever that our options in addressing this threat are both effective and overwhelming.
Mattis making publicly clear the president knows the options and the risks.
We have many military options, and the president wanted to be briefed on each one of them.
The head of the U.S. Army cautioning of the horror of a Korean war.
The economic effects, the casualties, the humanitarian impacts would be enormous. Yes, it would be horrible. There's no question about it. But so would an intercontinental ballistic missile striking Los Angeles or New York City.
And reminding the world it will be a presidential decision about what to do next.
We're not going to make the decision. That decision will be made by the duly elected representatives of the United States of America.
Meanwhile, it appears the EPA is going to withdraw from the Clean Power Plan. EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt announcing Monday that he will sign a proposed rule to repeal the Obama-era rule. The plan requires states to meet specific carbon emission reduction standards based on their individual energy consumption. According to a copy of the leaked new proposal, the EPA says the plan exceeds the agency's authority. It's unclear if the EPA will draft new rules on greenhouse gases to replace that Clean Power Plan.
And President Trump is apparently trying to mend fences with Senator Lindsey Graham. They played a round of golf together at Trump's golf club in Sterling, Virginia yesterday. Their relationship soured after Trump disclosed Graham's personal phone number during the GOP primaries last year. Graham later called Trump a bigot and asked voters to tell him to go to hell. The two leaders later appeared to bury the hatchet. This golf outing comes as the president is trying to win over senators for his tax and immigration plans.
Perhaps uniting them in the frustrations of playing golf.
I was just going to say, doesn't everything get better on the golf course? Isn't that how you men work things?
There's one big problem on the golf course, and that's that no one is really that good at it. So you forget all the other ones, I think, while you're out there.
Theory.
Yeah.
That's, I'll take that theory.
It's mine anyways. I don't know. We'll still head on Good Morning Suncoast. Harvey Weinstein is out at the production company that he helped co-found amid reports of sexual harassment.
We'll tell you how Hollywood is reacting to new details being released after this.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Welcome back at 6:25 on a Tuesday morning. It's quiet out there. We're looking down Lemon Avenue, southbound toward downtown Sarasota, and not too many people up and at them yet, although, of course, we'll see the traffic on the main arteries building through the next half hour. Welcome back, and now that entertainment industry heavyweight Harvey Weinstein is out of a job, new reactions and details continue to come in.
ABC's Diane Macedo joins us with the latest.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Hollywood heavyweight speaking out against Harvey Weinstein and those bombshell allegations of sexual harassment. George Clooney tells the Daily Beast Weinstein's actions were, quote, indefensible. Meryl Streep famously thanked Weinstein during her 2012 Golden Globe win for The Iron Lady.
I just want to thank my agent, Kevin Uvain, and God, Harvey Weinstein.
In a statement, she's now calling the women who've spoken up heroes and claiming she had no idea about Weinstein's alleged behavior, writing, if everybody knew, I don't believe that all the investigative reporters in the entertainment and the hard news media would have neglected for decades to write about it.
Some outlets may have been somewhat complicit in keeping this out of the news. I think those days are over.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll talk live with the New York Times reporter who broke the story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
I am a veteran. I spent 2 years alone and homeless.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My victory was finding the support to get back on my feet.
DAV helps veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran. When I got out, I felt like nowhere was safe.
So veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory was finding the help I needed. Thanks to DAV, now I feel like I'm human again.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
When you ache and haven't slept, you're not you. Tylenol PM relieves pain and helps you fall fast asleep and stay asleep. We give you a better night. You're a better you all day. Tylenol.
According to Feng Shui, the bed should face northeast.
On it.
You're trying everything to get pregnant. New One-A-Day Couples Pack gives you both nutritional support you may need. For her to prepare for a healthy baby, and for him to support healthy sperm. Be in it together.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $199 a month, or get 2.9% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
If anyone depends on you, listen to this important message. 3 out of 4 Americans know they need life insurance, and many who have it know they don't have enough. Sound like you? How would your family get by without you? Would they lose their home or their dreams of a good education? They don't have to. You can guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct. We're part of AIG, one of the world's largest insurance organizations, and we'll help you get more for your money, up to 70% more. Just look, less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. No wonder millions of people worldwide rely on AIG companies. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Get the protection your family needs through AIG Direct, a leader in insurance.
For a free quote, call 1-800-620-6355. That's 1-800-620-6355.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, police are taking a closer look at some of the area's most dangerous roads. We'll tell you what they plan to do to cut down on collisions.
Plus, Manatee County commissioners are helping move debris cleanup along after Hurricane Irma last month. We'll tell you what they plan on doing to get yards clean again.
And Sarasota police officers are going on patrol with some fluffy friends. We'll tell you what's so special about these stuffed animals. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:31. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Adam Cellini, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Ray Collins has the day off, so we're happy to have Adam sitting in with us. We're also happy to have meteorologist John Scalzi in our First Alert Forecast Center to talk about a little bit of a break from humidity. We'll take every little drop in that we can get.
Yeah, you know, it is going to be just a little drop, too. We're not getting a whole big wave of drier air moving in that's going to reduce our dew points down into the 60s like we'll see in a couple of weeks. But we'll be able to shave a little bit off the humidity over the next several days that I think will make it feel a little bit nicer out there. Despite the fact that we have lots of sunshine around, we'll have some very warm afternoon temperatures today, but over the next several days we'll start to lower them just a little bit, I think. A lot of fair weather skies in store for us, some fair weather clouds as well, but not much in the way of any rainfall around currently. Our daytime high tops out near 90 with only a 10% chance of rain today. The drier air will filter its way down to the surface over the next several days, and then as we head into the weekend, rain showers return. We'll talk all about the forecast coming up in a few.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look at our First Alert traffic here up in Bradenton. Bit of a slowdown starting around 3:01 and downtown Bradenton. Elsewhere in Manatee County, no accidents to report. Heading to Sarasota County, no accidents to report right now, and traffic moving smooth. And down in South Sarasota County, north-south on US 41 and the interstate clear and free of any accidents.
Topping our news this half hour, police in Bradenton are taking a closer look at some of the city's most dangerous intersections.
And that includes several areas where pedestrians and bicyclists have been recently struck and at times even killed. Our own Rick Adams has details on those efforts.
Crashes between cars and pedestrians and bicyclists have become an all too common sight at intersections like this in Bradenton. Antonio Murray lives near 9th Street West and 21st Avenue West, which is one of the most dangerous intersections in the city. He tells us 2 years ago his 16-year-old daughter was struck by a vehicle near the intersection. Luckily, she survived that crash.
She was crossing over to go to the bus stop, and she said she didn't see a car, and by the time she got on this side of the road, the car hit her, boom, flipped over the hood, what have you. And, it's just unsafe.
Police say the 4 most dangerous intersections in Bradenton are Manatee Avenue West and 9th Street West, 9th Street West and 21st Avenue West, Manatee Avenue West and 43rd Street West, and 1st Street and 13th Avenue. Jay Thacker owns the Express Food Mart at the corner of 9th Street West and 21st Avenue West. He says the intersection near his store isn't safe.
So far I saw like 2 accidents, you know, one with the bike and one was like with the car to car.
In Manatee County alone, there were 13 pedestrians and 2 bicyclists killed last year, which is slightly down from the previous year. Bradenton police will once again have officers positioned at the most dangerous intersections, educating folks and at times ticketing pedestrians, bicyclists, and drivers who break the law. It's all thanks to a grant they'll be receiving from the University of South Florida's Center for Transportation Research. Murray says having the police keeping an eye on the dangerous intersections is a good thing, but he believes a lot more can be done to keep folks safe.
A signal would be proper in this area right here, 4-way or light.
In Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
A man is facing charges of video voyeurism after police say he set up cameras and microphones inside one of his vacation rental properties out on Longboat Key. Detectives say Wayne Nat recorded at least one couple without their knowledge, capturing video of a man who was not wearing clothes. Nat told police the tenants knew the cameras were there to record sexual activity, and he denied turning the cameras on without their consent. Airbnb has now banned Nat from their online community and is supporting the affected guests. The company saying in a statement, quote, "Our team has reached out to local law enforcement and to aid them with their investigation of this egregious offense, and we hope justice is served. We take privacy issues extremely seriously and have a zero-tolerance policy against this behavior."
Happening today, the St. Armand's Business Improvement District is meeting to discuss the future of their proposed 500-space parking garage. The Sarasota City Commission already authorized up to $17.5 million in bonds for the project. City officials say it will repay the bonds using the paid parking revenue and funds from a special assessment on Circle property owners. The city hopes to begin construction of the garage in the spring. Today's meeting is open to the public and will start at 8:30 a.m. at Sarasota City Hall.
Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says it is already seeing results from its newest narcotics initiative. Detectives have arrested 11 people since they launched that initiative in June. It's part of the department's ongoing effort to combat the drug problem by identifying dealers, infiltrating their networks, and ultimately taking those drugs off the streets of Sarasota County. They're specifically going after those distributing heroin, fentanyl, carfentanil, meth, morphine, and cocaine. Since 2015, detectives have investigated more than 400 opioid and heroin-related overdoses, including 32 opioid-related deaths in 2017 alone.
The Health Department for Sarasota and Manatee County is offering a free group class called Active Bystander Training. This is following the latest active shooter situation in Las Vegas. Medical professionals are advising civilians to seek out basic first aid training where people can learn to treat burns, cuts, and drowning. Sarasota Memorial Hospital will also be starting classes this fall, teaching how to stop wounds from bleeding.
There's two things that really every citizen should know when it comes to first aid. The first of those is some sort of stop the bleed, what to do.
If you take an action, you can save a life. And it's possible to take an action, do it safely, and still come out on the other end with some positive results.
The classes will be free and are designed for large groups like churches, businesses, and neighborhood associations.
And Sarasota police officers are now going out on patrol with some fluffy companions. After Hurricane Irma moved through the Suncoast, the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana promised to send the Sarasota Police Department a box of their Barren Bears. That box of stuffed animals finally arriving yesterday, so patrol officers will hand those bears out to kids during domestic violence situations or other traumatic events to help comfort them through those rough times.
And that's nice that they're willing to recognize, since they've had their own share of stressful disasters in Jefferson County, that they know we may need the help. Well, Manatee County Commissioners recently approved 3 motions to help move along the cleanup process for debris left over after Hurricane Irma.
Yeah, trucks are already loading debris not only on public roads but private roads as well. Our own Dwayne Lindo has the details.
For one Bradenton neighborhood, they decided to get a handle on hurricane debris piling up on their street.
Neighbor and I got our chainsaw, came out here and helped all the neighbors. We had to cut up a bunch of branches and just help them pile it, just so the neighborhood doesn't look like a mess.
Manatee County Utilities Public Affairs Liaison Amy Pilson says they're working around the clock cleaning up neighborhood streets.
We actually have over 40 trucks, and those are typically double trucks.
The trucks picking up debris 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., bringing it to 3 different locations in the county.
Then it's put through a grinder, and this is what is the result. We then will load this up and take it to a final debris site.
A site whose primary focus is recycling.
You know, use it for landfill cover or some other purpose, agricultural uses, such like that, but that it does not get just buried or burned.
And the mound that you see behind me is only a fraction of the more than 800,000 cubic yards of vegetative debris left by Hurricane Irma.
This is probably just under 5% of what we have estimated to be out in the community, and this is post-grinding, so you can imagine what the piles look like prior to processing.
And the fact that the county will now clean up debris on private roads, the $25 million price tag on this endeavor may go up.
that can, has a very large fluctuation gap depending on the amount that's out there. So that could add up, 3 to 6 million additional.
But Pilsen says it's all about getting debris off the streets as soon as they can. The neighbors, who are also making an effort, believe in patience as well.
I know they're coming. I know they're busy. There's a lot of damage, I've been all over the county for work and everything, and I see piles everywhere. So I know they're coming. I'm not worried about it. It'll happen.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Dwayne. With Tropical Storm Ophelia now forming in the Atlantic overnight, it has the potential to become the 10th hurricane of the season, officially making 2017 one of the busiest storm seasons on record. There have been 16 named storms so far this year, 5 of those turning into major hurricanes. Meteorologists with the National Weather Service attribute the active season to warmer water temperatures and the lack of wind shear. They say the warm water combined with favorable winds is the perfect recipe to create more powerful storms.
It's certainly active, without a doubt, and for the United States in general, we haven't had very many landfalling major hurricanes in the last decade, and we've had 3 this year.
So far, Ophelia doesn't appear to pose the same threat to the Caribbean and Florida as posed by Harvey, Irma, Jose, and Maria.
Staying offshore, right? Like way offshore?
Could be a problem for Portugal or Spain.
Oh, okay,
or
good.
United Kingdom, So.
Other problems.
Yeah, not for us.
Waste.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, good.
We're good.
It's turning early.
At least with this one, yeah.
We'll take it.
Sounds good.
We do have some drier weather coming up, though, over the next several days. And then a tropical wave may help bring us some more rainfall. We'll talk about that in a few.
All right, sounds good. And still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in First Alert traffic. Plus, the breast cancer diagnosis can lead to a lot of uncertainty for treatment options for women.
We'll tell you why doctors are advising patients to be careful before setting up their next appointment. That's coming up when we come back.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, Now, your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
77-degree air temperature coming in above average for this time of year, and a dew point value at 76, feeling very humid and sticky outside. We have a little bit of fair weather cloudiness, but no rain producers, and an east-northeast wind at about 6. That little easterly component to the wind is going to stay with us throughout the day today, shifting a little bit more to the west with the sea breeze in the afternoon. With time, we get more of a northeast wind, and with that northerly component to the northeast wind, well, I think we'll start to see some slightly drier air work its way into the forecast. 77 in Wauchula, Arcadia, 76 in Myakka, Parrish at 76, Bradenton 77. You have 77 in Venice, and in Northport, you have the same 77 degrees. So across the region right now, it's a dry commute. Should be just fine for the morning drive. In fact, even the drive home this evening should be just fine. Don't really see any issues here with any kind of widespread storminess across the peninsula. Maybe a little bit of light rainfall up around the Jacksonville area, down south toward Daytona. Kennedy Space Center may see a few showers over the next several days. I hope it's fairly clear across the region by tomorrow. Tomorrow at, I think 6:53, I think is the time, 6:53. SpaceX will be launching their Falcon 9 rocket, so that'll be kind of interesting. Hopefully we'll get a glimpse of that. Otherwise, we have a trough of low pressure leaving the mid-Atlantic states, producing a little light rainfall around the Atlanta area this morning, and some heavier rainfall is possible across the plain states into the Ohio Valley today as a low pressure area drags a cold front through parts of the deep south. Texas going to see a little bit. Oklahoma eventually into Arkansas, Louisiana. It never really makes it into our area, but it does drop the plain states temperatures by about 15 to 20 degrees below average for this time of year, so some chilly weather there. High pressure brings us a northeasterly wind flow over the next several days. That brings us mostly sunny skies, low rain chances, and ever so slightly lower humidity as well, making it feel a bit more comfortable. There's Ophelia, far distance away from the state of Florida, never bothering us whatsoever. But it could end up, this tropical storm now with 50-mile-an-hour winds, becoming another hurricane, the 10th of the season perhaps, as it tracks off toward perhaps Portugal or Spain or maybe Great Britain with time. Look for that west wind to develop today at about 10 knots, and then as we head into the week ahead, a couple of dry, hot days followed by increasing rain chances and slightly cooler afternoons. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, John. Checking out First Alert traffic, still off to a nice start on the roadways this morning. Building volume 301 both directions. Also now at Cortez and 41, starting to see some backups. But things look good on I-75. Good news there. Sarasota looking fine. Little volume getting on I-75 at Bee Ridge, but no big slowdowns. Fruitville and Clark looking good. And I-75 to the south, not showing any problems. In this hour's Health Smart, a new diagnosis of breast cancer can be devastating, and a woman's decisions on how to treat can make a difference in the workplace. ABC's Arlette Saenz explains.
Breast cancer. It's a diagnosis that an estimated 250,000 American women will receive this year. Life-changing news, but now new research telling us that it might be job-changing as well. For most early breast cancers, surgical options include either mastectomy or more modest options like lumpectomy. Researchers writing in the journal Cancer wanted to know what effect these choices have aside from the medical. They looked at 1,000 women who worked full or part-time before an early-stage breast cancer diagnosis. By around 7 months after diagnosis, 1 in 5 were no longer working either full or part-time. Full-time workers dropping from 84 to 65%. Women were more than twice as likely to stop work after a single mastectomy and 3 times as likely to stop work after a double mastectomy, compared to those who had breast-conserving therapy. For some, a reminder that cancer treatment affects all areas of life. So talk to your doctor to find the approach that works best for you. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
In entertainment news now, Hollywood continuing to react to the news of Harvey Weinstein. Director Kevin Smith saying he is ashamed Weinstein financed the beginning of his film career. In an answer to a Twitter user's question, Smith said, quote, "He financed the first 14 years of my career, and now I know while I was profiting, others were in terrible pain." Weinstein was fired from the film studio bearing his name following the revelation of sexual harassment claims made against the movie mogul. Plus, a Hollywood Reporter says actress Keira Knightley has signed on to produce and star in a spy-themed drama. The movie is coming from the makers of Manchester by the Sea and The Imitation Game, which Knightley co-starred in. Title and director of that project have yet to be announced. And it's been stuck in your head for years. The music video for Carly Rae Jepsen's viral smash Call Me Maybe now surpassing the 1 billion views mark on YouTube. That song was originally released in 2012 and spent 9 weeks at #1 on the Billboard singles chart.
And now you're going to sing it the rest of the day, thanks to us.
Yeah, I was the 1 billionth viewer. I
You were.
just pulled that up on YouTube yesterday. Yeah, sometimes you just jam out to it, you know,
Oh, alrighty
if you're
then.
having a down day.
The things we're learning.
Well, still ahead, we'll update your top headlines, and the Florida Gators are set to debut a new alligator-inspired jersey from Nike.
We'll tell you when they plan to unveil the unique uniforms and what social media thinks about it after this.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Good morning. It is 6:54 on Tuesday, and they continue to dredge at the 10th Street boat ramp, Sarasota Bay there. So the boat ramps are closed through the rest of the week, at least until Friday. You want to use Ken Thompson if you're looking for Sarasota City Bay access. Here are some of the top stories we are following for you on the Suncoast today.
Now, police are reviewing dangerous intersections in Bradenton that are proving to be a headache for drivers, including many areas where pedestrians Pedestrians and cyclists have been struck and even killed.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says it is already seeing results from its newest narcotics initiative. Detectives have arrested 11 people since the program started. It's part of the department's ongoing effort to combat the drug problem by taking on dealers.
And Manatee County commissioners recently approved 3 motions to help move along the cleaning process for debris left over after Hurricane Irma last month. The county will now clean debris on private roads after working on public roads since the storm.
Taking a final look at First Alert traffic for the hour. Things building in volume in Bradenton. In fact, that's a pretty hefty backup there, State Road 70 and 301. Now, we've seen a lot of problems there these past couple of mornings. Building volume Bee Ridge as you approach 41. A little bit of a backup on Clark getting on I-75. But I-75 is still accident and delay free all the way into South County. John?
Well, we're looking at some pretty pleasant weather today. It is starting off a little bit on the humid side, but I think some drier air will eventually work its way into the forecast. Over the next several days, little rain chance, and of course you pay for that. It'll be a little bit warmer as well. Daytime highs in the low 90s. Now, as we head into the weekend, a little bit more rainfall and cooler temps.
And finally this morning, the Florida Gators taking their nickname to heart. The team will debut an alternative alligator-inspired uniform for their game against Texas A&M this Saturday. Those uniforms have been under development for 2 years, and it also marks the first time the team has deviated from its familiar blue and orange color scheme. So far the reaction to the uniform on social media, mostly negative, and I'm not surprised.
No, it doesn't pop. I want to see a pop of color when I look up at the screen and see my player. Now, those are cool. The receiver gloves are cool.
Yeah, well,
I like those, but
you don't see them much during the game. We got to stare at the jersey in order to get there.
Too gray. Not
a lot of people identify with the old jerseys, you know, and that's going to be a problem.
We like to see that blue and orange.
Nike's tinkering with jerseys. Don't do it.
Don't do it. All right, Good Morning America's next.